Yes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for coming. Can you come now? I am. Yeah. Actually, we are very much happy to see all your devotees here. Thank you very much for coming. I don't know how to express our gratitude to Vrindanath Prabhu and Mataji, because they are not only our mentors, they are everything for us basically. So I always go to Vrindanath Prabhu or any silly doubts or anything personal or spiritual, whatever the doubts I have. And it's our very kind blessing of Sri Radhakunja Bihari, and we can't give anything or we can't pay back to them in any manners. So surprisingly, we both planned a small honor for them, basically from our side. So please bless us so that we will honor them properly, so without any mistakes. Hare Krishna.
Yes, so we can move a little closer. Yeah.
You're doing something surprise for us today, which was not expected.
That's why I kept the back space open in the stage.
Oh, that was your plan. Okay, so what do you want to do?
Actually, it's Actually, it is nothing. So, whenever in India, if someone is coming to speak about Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, so this is how people respect earlier when people come to our home previously. So, this is how we learned from our parents. So, I just wanted to repeat everything. I'm nothing.
Haribo.
I don't think we deserve all that honor and respect, but very kind of you to show that attitude of gratitude. Right? Actually, that is part of little bit of what we are going to speak today. Thank you. Thank you very much, Prabhu and Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji. Surprise, because silent now.
Yes, bro. Okay, once again, welcome everyone. Today we want to do a little special topic because of our... So everybody know what is starting from next week? How many of you know what we are starting from next week? Shri Ram Katha. Right, being the Diwali, Dashara festival season coming up. Like last year we did a 7-week series on Shri Ram Katha, speaking about the various pastimes of Lord Ram. And last year we covered starting from Sundar Kand till Yuddha Kand, a little bit portion of Uttar Kand. And this year also we'll be doing Shri Ram Katha, lessons from Ramayan. This time we'll be starting from Bal Kand, and we'll plan to cover Ram willing, right? We'll plan to cover till Lord's journey till Chitrakoot. So till Bharat's going to Chitrakoot to bring Lord Ram back. So we'll try to cover up to that point. And it will be a 7-week series, 6 or 7-week series. And before we start that next week, today we wanted to cover a very special topic, which is called Sankalpa. So being familiar with our Vedic culture, whenever we do something, some yajna, some puja, there is something called Sankalpa. What does Sankalpa mean? Taking a vow, taking a pledge, making a resolution, determination that we make promise to do this thing, right? So we want to go in little bit of detail what resolution really mean, what Sankalpa really mean, and for what things we should make Sankalpa. So before we start the topic, we'll start with invocation prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatam Maham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarine Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyeshwaram Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavedanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurahatshe Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakhyam Namami Bhaktashaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so once again, welcome everyone. So we want to discuss something special today, and in the beginning at least it will be little interactive because I want to know your input on that, right? What is our understanding on this particular topic, on this particular word we call as Sankalpa. So to begin with, what is Sankalpa? What is our understanding of the word Sankalpa?
It's pledge.
It's a pledge. Okay. Anything else?
Opposite side, back side, back
Anything more than pledge? And we will see what does scripture say, right? What is Sankalpa? So a lot of people, let me tell you the other thing. So Sankalpa, we call Sankalpa as a Sanskrit word. In English, a lot of people define Sankalpa as resolution, right? So now most of people are familiar with resolution. And when is this word heard most of the time? New Year. 31st December, 1st January. This word is sounding everywhere. Resolution. What is your resolution? Did you make any resolution? But resolution is not just for the new year, that okay, what we want to do on new year, what we want to accomplish. But Sankalpa is for any activity which is near and dear to our heart. We want to accomplish that. And before starting that activity, we make a firm determination. And especially for any religious, spiritual activity, right? If you are having some yajna, some special puja at home, the pujari, the brahmana will say in the beginning, right? They will put some water on your hand, recite some mantra. We are going to do a sankalpa to finish this activity in a firm faith, in a firm determination, with a proper conviction. So Sankalpa is a yogic philosophy that refers to a heartfelt desire. So there is a difference in desire and determination and your willpower. Isn't it? We may desire a lot of things, but ultimately what is our willpower to act on that? So the English concept of resolution, actually it is not similar to what we call Sankalpa. The real word for Sankalpa is resolve. But that still does not come closer to what the deep meaning of Sankalpa is. So in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, there is a definition of Sankalpa. It says, who or you are what your deep driving desire is. And as your desire is, so is your will. As your will is, so is your deed. And as your deed is, so is your destiny. So Brihadaranyaka Upanishad define Sankalpa, it does not mean just the desire, but with firm determination, willpower, you act on that desire. Because whatever way you act, whatever is your willpower, only to that level you will act. And whatever you act, that will determine your destiny. So not just having a desire, I want to become a billionaire, I want to have nice health, proper health. Just having that desire is not enough. One has to act on that. But what is the driving force which make you act on that? So that is your Sankalpa. So there is a phrase in Vedic philosophy which says, Sankalpa se Siddhi. Because what we can achieve, the ultimate goal of any activity, that comes from Sankalpa. Now, having said that, what should be our Sankalpa, or for what type of activity should be our Sankalpa? Because before you do any Sankalpa, or before you do any activity, there are three aspects to that. What, why, how? Heard that, right? In any motivational speak, you will hear this. what do you want to achieve? Why do you want to achieve? And then comes how. If your what and why is clear, the how does not matter. How will come automatically. How you want to do it. First thing is you need to have a clear what and why. Why I want to do this. If somebody has a strong faith, desire, I want to improve my health. I want to improve my relationship. I want to improve my life's overall vision on life in terms of what I want to achieve. If your what and why is very strong, then how is very easy. So we want to discuss about what and why, not too much on how. So what should be our determination? What kind of things we should be determined about? So what are the common things people put their resolution at the time of New Year? Fitness. That is the maximum thing, right? The biggest goal, if we put the sequence of goals, what kind of goal people set on New Year is fitness. Come January 1st, I want to go to gym 5 days a week at least, develop six pack, lose some weight. So that is number one priority maybe for most of people. That's why on January 1st or first month of New Year, the fitness centers have maximum registration. And then it starts dropping out. Because determination, Sankalpa is not strong. What is the other type of goals or resolution people set? Getting up early in the morning. So people who want to progress in spiritual life, we set some spiritual goals, right? I want to improve my sadhana. I want to get up early in the morning. I want to improve the quality of chanting. I want to read more. I want to listen more. I want to associate more. So those are the type of goals. And some people may have goal, I want to earn more money. I want to improve my family relationships. So people put all sort of goals, but the driving force is missing. Most of the time what people set as goals is good to have things, not must to have things. That, oh, I cannot sustain without these things. It will be nice if I can achieve this thing, right? So the determination is not strong enough. So people want to have their desires fulfilled, but they do not have enough willpower to work on that. For example, the student may have a strong desire. I want to get A grade in all my subjects. I want to be the topper in the class. But just having that desire, will somebody be able to achieve that? What is needed after desire? Sankalpa. Firm determination, not just on the tongue top. One is not able to get up in the morning, do the physical activity. One may not be able to give up eating fried items or sweets. So working on one thing but not giving up the negative things which hinder our progress on that path, that is not going to help. And then the other biggest factor is the choice of words. You know how powerful the words are? So the power of positive words. So if somebody has this desire to lose weight or develop better relationship and all that, but he is not confident, will I be really able to do this? He himself does not have that conviction. And if we keep saying, so what kind of energy you are giving to the person in the front? Please don't come talk to me, don't trouble me, stay away from me. And the other person, other family member, the spouse is telling the children, oh, your papa is very tired today, don't trouble him. So everybody is saying, oh, you are very tired, you are very tired, you are very tired. So basically you get everybody's blessing to become tired. Right? Because what you keep speaking, that becomes the reality. You may not be even that tired. Now everybody is saying, yeah, you are very tired, you are very tired, I am very tired. So you start feeling that energy. That is the principle of universal energy. On the other side, if you start saying, I am very energized, are you coming to Bhakti Vriksha today, Satsang program today, and you say, I will try, there itself, 90% energy is drained out. So the choice of words. So Sankalpa, it depends on how we treat that activity. So what type of energy you want will determine what type of outcome you have. Because if you, rather than saying negative words, you started saying positive words. I am very energized, I am very happy, I am very comfortable, I am very peaceful. And everybody starts saying that. And that becomes a blessing then. Right? So that type of energy you are attracting. So we want to attract the positive energy rather than the negative energy into our determination. So rather than saying I make this determination, but then ultimately it depends if I will be able to achieve this or not, we have already put a lot of negative energy on that. So what type of activity or what type of traits you want to put your resolution about? So I said Sankalpa, the word is resolve. So I'm going to use that word resolve as an acronym and give you some traits which we need to build our resolution for which we need to have Sankalpa in life. Okay, so for each trait, I want to leave you with a formula, some keys. So if you remember those keys, you can unlock the power of that resolution for that particular trait. So resolve, who will like to spell out resolve? RESOLVE. So we are going to use that as an acronym. Okay? And this will help you remember what kind of traits we want to become resolute about, determined about. So first, R, reverence. Or you can say being grateful, right? So reverence is developing the attitude of reverence for anything happening in our life, accepting those things in a positive spirit, not bringing the negative energy, whatever is happening in life, being happy about that, showing our reverence to every activity, every situation, and every person in our life. Or one can say being grateful for everything. Oh, this thing happened to me today. I am very grateful to Krishna. So how many of us can really do that? Be grateful for each and everything in our life. Even when some negative things happen or some bad thing happen, thinking that this is also Krishna's plan to maybe purify me, to bring the best out of me, using everything in a positive spirit. So there are many situations in life which help us become a better person. There are many people in our life who help us become a better person. So being grateful for each and everything, showing our reverence for everything. Sometimes people will say, why does this happen to me? Why me only all the time? Right? How many of us have used that? Most of us, including myself. So we keep blaming others for our situation. Rather than blaming others for our situation, better saying, thank you. You helped me become a better person. For example, because until we are troubled in some way, we cannot have our best out in the world. For example, when a farmer plows the land, when the land is broken down, then the vegetable, when the crop come out. When the seed breaks out, right? जब बीज टूटता है तब उसमें से अंकुर निकलता है. जब जमीन टूटती है तब उसमें से फसल निकलती है. जब बादल टूटता है तब उसमें से बारिश गिरता है. And same way, when we break, then the best comes out of us. If we have not seen the bad aspect, the tough aspects of the life, we have not been developed properly. So don't get discouraged when something negativity hits the life, when some negative aspects come in life. Don't blame others and don't get discouraged. Be grateful to every situation. And the other aspect of being grateful to everybody else is also to develop the attitude of humility. Right? Being grateful to others means being humble. Can we show humility in front of everybody? Because other people think then, if I am too humble, other will consider me weak. Oh, this person, he is nothing. We can harass him, we can torture him, we can do anything to him. He is not going to say anything. Humility is not about being tortured or accepting anything. Humility is thinking less of yourself, not about thinking low about yourself. But being humble, because that is one great aspect which can help us grow in life to the maximum heights. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says the humility is the best quality which devotees need to develop. Because of the humility, one can always stay in that state of mind for remembering Krishna. But if somebody comes and blasphemes you, criticizes you, can you stay humble? No? Why? It's hard. Right? When somebody comes and speak rough to you, shouts at you, keeping your calmness is very difficult. How to react in that situation? If somebody genuinely comes and gives you some feedback or tells you, you did this was wrong, why did you do that? And you should have done this way or that way. How to handle that situation? Be humble. By apologizing.
Depends upon the mood too.
Depends upon the mood too. Yeah, you are bringing up a very good point. So the way to handle that situation, there are 3 types of reaction. If somebody comes and blasphemes you, one response is accepting. Yes, I'm fool number 1. I made a mistake. I accept your opinion. I will try to improve. I am not perfect, but I will try to improve. The second reaction is defending. No. I did not do this. Who told you I did this? I never did this. To defend your action. Third reaction is
Fight.
offend. First is accept, second is defend, third is offend. You fight back, right? You blame back. You are telling me this. Who are you? First look at yourself. You know what you did? Right? So that is the other action. But how we can retain our calmness? Gorga Prabhu gave that wonderful example once, right? The Coca-Cola bottle or a water bottle. What do you want to be? You want to be a Coca-Cola can or a water bottle. So no matter who comes and blasphemes you, if you keep calm, so somebody is trying to shake you, if you stay like a water bottle, no matter how much you shake the water bottle, when you open the cap, does something bubbles out? No. So you don't react, you respond. And the Coca-Cola can, somebody came and shake that can, open that, what will happen? So you don't want to be the Coca-Cola can. So the ultimate point is, rather than reacting, we need to learn to respond. Some people blame on the circumstances. Oh, what can I do? He came and blasted all this thing to me and all of a sudden I blasted out. Right? So we consider ourselves most of the time as victimized. That I am the victim of the situation. It's not my fault. That person made me act in that way. How many of us consider ourselves victim most of the time and try to defend ourselves thinking it's not my fault. Oh, it just happened like this and I had to react in that way. The example is when the season changes, weather changes. And some people catch cold, cough, flu. And we put the blame on the season. Oh, because of the weather, I got this cough, cold, flu. Is this the fault of the weather? Weather always comes and goes. Who is at fault? It's actually we ourselves are at fault because our immune system is not strong enough to tolerate that changing circumstances, changing atmosphere. We are not able to handle that. It's not the weather at fault. मौसम तो आएगा जाएगा. Say same way, people in office, somebody sick person come in office. He is sick and the other person by the evening, maybe one person was sick in the morning and then in the evening 5 other person became sick. And they are saying, you gave your sickness to me. You gave your cold and cough to me. You sneezed on me. So what we are doing? We are victim. You made me sick. So yes, maybe that person gave, but who asked you to take? It's your choice, right? If I give you a gift, nice wrap pack, please accept this gift. It's still your choice. You want to accept that gift or not? So if somebody gave you that, it's still your choice. You want to take it or not? Again, this is the weakness of our system because of which we got affected. So same way, somebody comes and scream in front of you, shout in front of you, and we also come to that same level. Because that has become as our second nature. All these situations, these circumstances, or these particular activity, anger, this has become our second nature. And immediately we come to that level. But is that person responsible? No. So we have to make a choice how we act on that situation. So being grateful for every situation of life, showing reverence for everything, developing that attitude of humility, taking charge of our own life. I am responsible for my own action and my circumstances and my situation. It's not somebody else at fault. And when somebody is trying to criticize you, as I said, that is also maybe for your betterment. The famous poet saint Kabir ji, he says, Nindak niyare rakhiye angan kuti chabaye, bin saban bin pani nirmal kare subhaye. So we should keep our critique very close to us, because the critique is doing a very wonderful job. They are helping us remove all our impurities. Without water, without soap, they are helping us cleanse the dirt accumulated on our heart. So we should not become angry at our critique. We should be thankful. Thank you for pointing out this fault in me. I will try to improve. And how we can develop that attitude of reverence and grateful for everybody, towards everything, every person and every situation of life. So humility, okay. But considering everything is happening as per the will of the Lord, right? Krishna has made this arrangement for me. He wanted to strengthen me, to bring the best out of me. Jahi vidhi rakhe Ram, tahi vidhi rahiye. Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram kahiye. Jahi vidhi rakhe Ram, tahi vidhi rahiye. Asha ek Ram ji se दूजी आशा छोड़ दे, नाता एक राम जी से दूजा नाता तोड़ दे. सीताराम 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 कहिए, जाहि विधि राखे राम, ताहि विधि रहिए. So that is your key number 1. How to develop reverence and attitude of gratefulness for every situation and every person in your life. Will you remember this? Okay. Moving to next. E. So E, engaging in the service of the Lord, or I will give actually other one, before we get into service. Eagerness to get Krishna Prem. Okay, so that is your Sankalpa number 2. Eagerness to get Krishna Prem. Getting human form of life, the best benediction we have is to develop our lost relationship with Krishna. And to develop that, the requirement is eagerness. So a lot of people are eager about different things. Some people, as the kids, when the new school year is starting, they are eager about going to school, meeting their new friends. You are eager about watching a new movie. You are eager about going to a new restaurant in your area. So people are eager about various different things, isn't it? But developing the eagerness to develop or to get Krishna Prem, that is the best trait which one can acquire. And what does eagerness actually mean? What does eagerness actually mean? Is it still just the desire?
Directing all your actions towards achieving it.
Directing all your actions towards achieving this. Okay, very nice. So let me tell you one story. So once there was a thief who entered into a pandal, and there is one sadhu doing Bhagavad Katha. And this thief thought, oh, there is so much crowd here, so many people have assembled here, it will be a nice venue for me to go and steal something. So he entered into the pandal, he sat down and started listening that when the chance come, I will steal from somebody, pickpocket. And as he was sitting there, the sadhu was describing the beauty of Krishna. That there is a small boy in Vrindavan. He is so attractive. He is wearing yellow garments. He is wearing nice jewelry, nice ornaments. Very valuable jewels. He is describing the beauty of Krishna from head to toe. And this thief, based on his intention, he is thinking, oh, there is somebody, some boy who has so many valuable jewels. If only I could go there and steal from him, I will become so rich. So let me hear attentively. So that is eagerness. Right? Hearing attentively. So he got that eagerness. Let me hear about this boy. It will be very easy to steal from a boy. So this sadhu is describing Krishna. Where does he stay? Vrindavan. So this thief is speaking again and again. There is a boy, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Where does he stay? Vrindavan, Vrindavan, Vrindavan. So he's trying to remember about Krishna, about how he looks, where does he stay. And when the program was over, he ran out of the pandal. Oh, let me go to Vrindavan. And he is asking, as he is going, can you tell me where is Vrindavan? How can I reach Vrindavan? And there is a small boy, Krishna. I want to meet Krishna. So while asking everybody on the way, he finally arrived in Vrindavan. He started asking, is this Vrindavan? Yes. Do you know there is any boy, Krishna? I want to meet Krishna. I want to see Krishna. Where can I meet Krishna? And some people thought, oh, this person is crazy. He's talking about Krishna. He wants to see Krishna. He wants to meet Krishna. So he's asking everybody, the street vegetable seller and the garden, this flower garland maker, he's asking everybody, can you tell me where is Krishna? Where can I find Krishna? So somebody finally told him, you go to this forest area here. Krishna plays on the flute and you will be able to see him. So he went into that forest area and he's searching here and there, where is Krishna? And because of his eagerness to see Krishna, Krishna appeared. Krishna came there, small boy, dressed in yellow garments, nicely dressed, nice ornaments. So this person saw this boy, oh, looks like he is Krishna. He asked, are you Krishna? Yes, I am Krishna. And as he saw Krishna, all his desire to steal from Krishna were gone. But he wanted to engage in talking with Krishna. Let me hear, let me talk to this boy. So beautiful, so sweet boy. And he is just talking, and for the sake of talking, he is telling, oh, you look so beautiful, you have nice clothes and nice jewelry. Will you give this jewelry to me? Will you give this necklace to me? Will you give these bangles to me? Krishna said, no, I cannot give to you. If I give to you, my Maiya will be very angry at me. Maiya dantegi. But this person, he has lost his desire to steal, but just to engage in some conversation with Krishna, he is asking like that. And finally, actually, saying he has lost all his desire for the wealth now, so Krishna says, okay, I will give you this necklace. Is that okay? Will you like to have this? And he says, no, this looks so beautiful on you. I don't want this. So that is eagerness. And because of the eagerness, Krishna becomes visible in front of the eyes. So how many of us really have that kind of eagerness actually? That I want to see Krishna. When we sit down in the morning to chant our japa, how many of we have this eagerness? I want to see Krishna. I want to feel Krishna dancing on my tongue. When you eat Krishna prasad, how many of us has that real eagerness that, oh, this prasad, this is tasted by Krishna. I want to feel that taste. So developing that eagerness to have Krishna prema. And then engaging in the service of the Lord. Because having the eagerness means to serve the Lord. Developing Krishna prema means to do something for Krishna. How many of you agree that Krishna prema, if we really want to develop Krishna prema, means we have to do some practical service to Krishna? So for example, if you come back from work at home and your spouse tells you, for Prabhu's I will give that example, suppose your wife tells you, I love you so much. Today I am going to only show my love to you. I will not cook anything. I will not clean the house. I will not wash your clothes. I will not do any laundry. I will not do anything. I will just sit down and express my love for you. So what kind of love is that? Love means service. Love means care. So if we really want to develop love for Krishna, means we have to render some service to Krishna. So doing some service for Krishna, serving the devotee, serving the Lord directly. Hanumanji, the great example of this service attitude. When he is crossing from this side of the ocean to go on to Lanka, jumping across the ocean, on the way he had many obstacles. We discussed in detail last year in Ram Katha. So on the way there were many obstacles, and one of the obstacles was Menak Parvat, the mountain of gold. So it emerged out of the ocean asking Hanumanji, take rest on me. But he said, no, without finishing the work of Lord Ram, I cannot take rest. Ram kaj kije bina, mohi kahan vishram. So that is your key number 2. Ram kaj kine bina, mohi kahan vishram. That is the key to develop our eagerness to have love for Krishna, love for Lord Ram, and the mentality for service attitude. Next one. So I'm going to give very brief about these particular traits which we want to develop. Because if we talk in detail about each aspect, we can have one session on each aspect. So my goal is to give the keys to you so that we can know what should be my goal, what should be my determination, for what kind of things I should have sankalpa. So remember, what and why, how will come automatically. So R-E-S. So the third trait is S. Sadhana and service. So we already touched a little bit on service, engaging in the service. So sadhana. What is sadhana? Chanting. Anything else?
Reading books.
Success. Okay. Can you explain a little bit? No, I'm not asking for the words on S. What do you want to develop? Again, I'm saying, what does sadhana mean?
Practice.
Regular.
Like do it.
Regulated practice.
Yeah, many times you have to do, many times.
Right. So repeatedly doing something to achieve that, become master on that. Right? So that is sadhana. Even somebody practicing for their particular sport, that is also sadhana. Practicing chanting the holy name, that is also sadhana. Right?
Maybe like focusing all your senses towards that.
So focusing all your senses towards that. Okay. So sadhana means to have some sort of practice. Here we are talking specifically about our spiritual practices, right? My focus will be on that aspect here. So sadhana, why sadhana is important? Why I have to practice? Just having the knowledge is not enough?
For achieving anything in life, without practicing, we don't achieve anything.
So,
Consistent.
yes, without practice we cannot achieve.
Be perfect on that.
To become perfect on that. I will not use the word perfect. Better. Because earlier the phrase used to be practice makes man perfect. Nowadays it is changed. Practice makes a man better. Because there is never perfection achieved. Right? We can become better. But if we start saying I have become perfect, it means we are fool number one. So we can become better by practicing and practicing and practicing. But sometimes some people claim, I have lot of knowledge. I don't have to do anything. So that is also a fool idea. Because example, if you know about swimming, if I tell you when you go in water, you have to move your hand like this, you have to take your hand up, mouth out every time and breathe, and then go inside and move your arms like this and this. And somebody says, yes, I know everything about swimming. But I will not get in the water and do it. Is that a intelligent idea? No, right?
No.
So if somebody really want to learn swimming, you have to get in the water and do those movements. So same way, if we really want to progress in spiritual life, just having the knowledge is not enough. That's why Krishna specifically uses two words, Jnana and Vijnana. Jnana means theoretical knowledge, knowing about something. But when you practice that, get the realization, that becomes Vijnana. So we don't have to stay at the level of theory, theoretical level. We have to practice. So that's why sadhana, just knowing that yes, I have to sit like this, and chant the mantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, I heard about it. I know how to do this, but I will not do this. Is that an intelligent idea? No. Because unless you do this, it does not bring the result. So that's why sadhana. Just desiring, I want to lose weight, but not getting onto the treadmill and running that 30 minutes does not bring the result. So you have to practice. Just knowing how to run is not enough. You have to run to get the result. So same way, just knowing the different shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, different shlokas of Bhagavad is not enough. We have to put it in practice. Because when you practice, then you get those realization, which makes you actually humble. So the key for this, जाऊं कहां तजी चरण तुम्हारे. So developing that attitude towards the Lord, where can I go leaving your lotus feet? Your lotus feet are my only refuge. There is nobody else for me to give me shelter. You are my only shelter. जाऊं कहां तजी चरण तुम्हारे. So developing the sankalpa for doing sadhana. The next quality, RESO, overcome. What do we need to overcome? Is there anything we need to overcome in our lives? That is where we need to spend biggest amount of our energy to overcome. हमारी जिंदगी में कुछ ऐसा है जिनसे हमें छुटकारा पाना है. क्या है ऐसा? So overcome your anarthas. What type of anarthas we have? Attachment. Envy, greed, lust, laziness, anger, fear, jealousy. List is on and on and on. Right? So overcome your anarthas. As I was saying, rather than making ourselves as victim, that we are victimized because of something, some situation or somebody, I acted in that situation, but otherwise I am a very good person, you know. That person made me act in that way. No, because all these things, for so long of being in touch with these things, that has become our second nature. And without even our thinking about those, it comes out. Our nature comes out. Isn't it? Any example? So that these things has become our samskaras. See, our original sanskara was you should be very gentle, very humble, pay respect to everybody. But over a time, our samskaras have changed. Now our samskaras have become being envious of others, being angry at others. That has become the second nature. Because when something becomes your second nature, it means that has become your sanskar. So overcoming anartha means we need to change our samskar. Can we change our nature? Is it possible to change the nature? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. I see some heads like this, some heads like this. Is it possible to change your nature? Yes. Yes. How many of you say yes? Okay, so 50-50. Right? So let me give one example. How many of you were driving car? So you are very careful in the beginning, not diverting your attention on anything, carefully doing everything. And when you became little comfortable, then you're holding one hand on the steering, other hand is on the phone. And then later on, maybe another hand, some sandwich and eating also while driving. And some matajis maybe putting some makeup also while driving. So was that possible in the beginning when you were learning to drive? No. But slowly, you started doing all that because the driving, the activity of driving itself became your second nature. Now unconsciously, your foot goes to the brake or the accelerator. You have to not too much consciously think, oh, now I have to put my foot on the clutch and which one, or on the accelerator, which one is accelerator, which one is brake. Your foot goes by default because that has become a second nature. So driving has become a sanskar, and while doing that, you are doing all other parallel multitasking. But when you came to US, you had to change the way of your driving, right? Again, when you came to US, you were very conscious. New way of driving, isn't it? But later on, again, being driving in that way for a few weeks, few months, you became very comfortable with that. Now the all other things started again. Right? So, but the point I'm saying is, we changed our earlier sanskaras and got the new sanskaras. So same way, changing our nature is possible. We may blame the situation, oh, he shouted at me, so I also erupted out. I reacted in same way. Why? Because that anger has already become our second nature, sanskar. So we need to change that sanskar. And how we can change that? How will it change? By conscious effort, by practice. It's not going to happen only by desire, by thinking. We have to have the sankalpa that I am going to act in this particular way, no matter what. And you keep doing that for some days. That will ultimately become your new nature, new sanskar. So overcoming our anarthas, being determined about changing the way we act right now. Is there envy in the heart? How do you check if there is envy in the heart or not?
Checking others.
When the situation comes, you will know. So you are sitting in an assembly of your friends. You are your coffee buddies. You go to the tea break, coffee break every day in the office. You sit together, talk about politics, of sports and movies and all that. One day, one friend gets up. You know what? Next year, I am going to be your boss. What happens all of a sudden? Will you all start clapping? Very nice, very nice. We welcome you as the boss. We welcome you. We are waiting for you that. Eagerly, we are looking forward to that. But what does come immediately? Hey, who are you? Sit down. I will become the boss. Right? What is that? That is envy. Because we have that envious nature. And what is that envious nature? We cannot see somebody else making progress in life. Somebody has something little better than us. We become envious of that person. So all these anarthas are there. Envy, anger, greed, lust. And we need to overcome. We need to shift our way of thinking. And how we can do that? Chanting, okay. So chanting helps to change our way of life, way of our opinion, right? So let me give you the key for this. Are you ready? Who remembers the previous keys? Can you tell the previous 3 keys?
Reverence.
Reverence. What was the key for that? I'm not saying the words. I'm saying what was the key
Be grateful
for that.
Be grateful to
Right, be grateful. But how can we be grateful? I gave one key.
Thank God for everything. Siddha.
You have to remember the particular mantra I gave you. Jahi vidhi rakhe Ram, tahi vidhi rahiye. So that was the key number 1. What was the key number 2? For eagerness. Eagerness for service. Eagerness for developing Krishna Prem. राम काज कीन्हे बिना मोहे कहाँ विश्राम. साधना. जाऊं कहाँ तजी चरण तुम्हारे. And key number 4. यथा लाभ संतोष. सपने हूं नहीं देख ही पर दोष. Being satisfied with what you have. Not finding fault in others, even in your dream. Yatha labh santosha. So whatever is given to you in life, being satisfied with that. Not being envious towards others. And not finding fault in other. Sapne hu nahi dekhi par dosha. Not even finding faults in other in your dreams. So that should be the consciousness we should develop. And I'm giving you all these keys from Ramayana. Okay? Because we are coming to Ram Leela, Ram Katha. So I'm giving you these keys to develop the better qualities in our life, become a better person, a better devotee. So moving forward next. What is next? L. Any guesses? Love for Krishna we already did. Eagerness for Krishna Prem. L. Lead your life. You are the pilot of your life. And the other aspect is leave the wrong association. So lead your life. People will come influence you. Why you want to do this? They will shake your determination. But you need to know what is good for me, what is best for me, and act accordingly. So lead your life the way you think is best for me, not others tell you what you should do. Because when you want to do something good in your life, people will come and pull you down because of their various conditioning. People have what do you call a crab mentality. You know what is crab mentality?
They pull you down.
They pull you down. So once in a ship, right, the cargo ship. So from India to US, when cargo ship is coming, and on that there is a lot of bins filled with crabs being shipped to US. There's a one new employee on the ship. He was assigned, you have to keep watch on all these bins, and he went upstairs on the top level of the ship and watched all these bins with crabs filled inside. And to his surprise, there was no lid put on those bins. And he came running to the captain of the ship. You know what? There is no lid on the bin, and we are carrying all these crabs all the way to US, and these crabs will run away. They will get out of their bins. And the captain took him to that bin, put the ladder, and asked him to see inside, watch inside. Can you tell me what is happening inside? He saw as soon as one crab is crawling up, the two other crabs come and pull him down. And then the other crab is coming up, trying to climb up. 4 other crabs come and pull him down. So the captain told him, this is the crab mentality. Even if one want to escape, the other will come pull him down. So people in this world, they have developed the crab mentality. We cannot see others succeed. If you want to do something different in your life, something positive in your life, people will come and try to spoil your intelligence. Oh, why you want to do this? Oh, you go to Hare Krishnas? They're all crazy people. Why you want to go to ISKCON temple? Why you want to go to Hare Krishnas? We have to be very careful not to listen the negative feedback or negativity about anything. If somebody want to do a heart surgery, if you have some heart problem and you want to get some heart treatment, do you go to your neighbor, your most dear friend, and ask his opinion? Can you give me some suggestions about heart surgery? Or whom do you consult? A specialized person, specialist. You will try to find out who is the specialist in heart surgery and consult him. So same way, when we want to find out how I want to progress in my life, how I want to make spiritual progress, if I want to know about somebody, some person, whom to consult? Who is authentic person in that field, authorized person in that field. So lead your life. You are the captain of your own life. And the most important aspect is leaving the wrong association. Because what type of people you associate with, that is going to determine your consciousness. So Shakespeare told, tell me who your friends are and I will tell you who you are. Because our association determine our samskaras. With whom we associate, we become like that. And sometime our association, the association we choose, is determined by our desires. And our desires are determined by what type of association we keep. Did you get that point? Our desires are shaped by our association, and our association is shaped by our desires. So somebody moved in this area, new person, and based on his desires, he will try to find out whom I want to mingle with. If somebody is interested in cricket, they will try to find out, are there any cricket lovers? Right? Is there somebody playing cricket here? Somebody moved out from a different place where he is associated with devotees. As we move into the new area, before even moving there, we want to find out, are there any devotees there in that area, so that I can associate with them. Because why? I had the desire to associate. So I want to find out my association accordingly. But same way, the other is also true. Your association can shape your desire. You hang around with one type of people who are doing a particular thing, you also develop that type of desire. I remember when I was doing my engineering, staying in the hostel. So whenever there is a cricket match coming, right, all these students, cricket lovers, they will get into that common room sitting in front of the TV and everybody is watching the cricket. And somebody who has no clue about cricket, somebody came from another country also where there is no game of cricket, and they came there for study, but they see all this hullabulla going on. Oh, people are crazy, they're watching cricket and they are shouting and clapping and or crying, whatever is going on. And they also come, sit with these people, and slowly, when everybody is shouting, they also started shouting. And when this last over is going on, everybody is so anxious, anxiety. Oh, last 6 balls, 24 runs to win. There's so much of excitement building up. And this person sitting there having no clue what is going on, but that whole energy, right? That is affecting. So the association shaped the desire. He also became too enthusiastic about cricket. So our desire shape our association, and our association shapes our desire. So we need to be very careful what kind of association we keep. You hang around with people who drink, Slowly, slowly, you will start drinking. You hang around with people who smoke, you will start smoking. But if you need determination to quit that, with whom you need to associate? Who are more sober people, who have done this or who never engaged in that activity, or who know how to quit. So staying in the association of devotees, leaving up the wrong association, Tyajiye hari vimukhan ko sang. That is your key number 5. Tyajiye hari vimukhan ka sang. Leaving the association of people who are averse from God, who are envious of God, who would have nothing to do with God. If we want to develop attraction for Krishna, we need to associate with people who have attraction for Krishna. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Otherwise, it's like you're standing at the bank of the swimming pool, but you don't get into the swimming pool. So, Tyajiye hari vimukhan ka sang. And there are similar statements in many other scripture. So the positive to that is sadhu sanga, sadhu sanga, sadhu sanga kai. Lava matra sadhu sanga, sarva siddhi hoy. So the scriptures are saying, do the association of saintly people. Be in the association of saintly people. Having in the association of saintly people for a moment of time can bring the all perfection of life. Asat sanga tyaga. Giving up the bad association. So here it's not about just giving up the bad association, but it is giving up the association of people who are not interested in God consciousness. Because just giving negativity is not enough. We have to come to the positive. On an axis, there is a negative axis. On the negative side, then there is the origin and then the positive axis. So just giving the negative, coming to origin, 0, is also not good. We have to move to the positive axis. So giving the wrong association, but plugging into the positive association. So Tajiye Hari Vimukhan ka sang. Next is we. The very important aspect for progress in spiritual life. Developing, making the Sankalpa, we is visit the holy places. Because without visiting the holy places, our attachment for Krishna does not develop. Now when we say visit the holy places, is it mean now I have to go to Vrindavan tomorrow? I have to go to Chitrakoot tomorrow, or Jagannath Puri, or Mayapur? So what does holy places, visiting holy places really mean? Places of pilgrimage, the places of the pastimes of the Lord. Vrindavan, Ayodhya, Chitrakoot, Jagannath Puri. So visiting the places of pilgrimage whenever and wherever you get the opportunity. But at the bare minimum, visiting your local temple, visiting the satsang program. So that is visiting the holy places. Now how often one should visit the holy place? So sometimes people get very scared. Oh, if I become a Hare Krishna, I have to shave my head, move into the temple, I have to give up everything else in my life. So some of you have been coming here for maybe few years now. Did anybody ask you to shave your head and leave your family come to the temple permanently, start staying in the temple. So some people have all these misconceptions about spiritual life. For them, spiritual life means giving up everything. So for them, it becomes a retirement program, right? Because in retirement only we can leave all these things and then maybe do something for spirituality. But spiritual life is not a retirement plan. We read about Krishna, but coming to temple gives you the opportunity to render some practical service to Krishna. And that both aspects are important, both are needed. So visiting the holy places, and that is how you can utilize the benefit of human form of life. Durlabha manusha deho dehi nam kshana bhangur. Tatrapi durlabham manne vaikuntha priya darshanam. Getting the human form of life itself is very rare. And it can be lost at any time. Nobody knows when this human form could be lost. But utilizing that human form of life to our best potential. And how we can utilize it to best potential? Getting human form of life is rare. But rarer than that is getting the association of devotees who are dear to Vaikuntha Priya. So tatrapi durlabham manne Vaikuntha Priya darshanam. Getting the association of devotees who are dear to the Lord is even rare. And if we have got that opportunity, out of many, many thousands of people, one is the rare one who comes to Lord Krishna. Manushyanam sahasreshu. So we are the rare ones who have come in this process, come in the association of devotees, come in touch with the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. And we should utilize that to the best potential. So visiting the holy places. And then the last one, for which most people make Sankalpa, New Year resolution. We'll come to that point. E. We did one E earlier, which was eagerness for Krishna Prem. Philosophy, we are not the body, we are the spirit soul. I don't care about the body. This is Maya Prabhu. Right? We hear this, right? People say, oh, this body is just Kshanabhangur, it can last any time. Why you want to care for the body, care for the soul? Yes. We don't want to become too attached with the body. We have to know who we are. But at the same time, we have to take care of the body also. Because this body has been given to us as an instrument. And without that instrument of this body, we cannot make progress in spiritual life also. To make progress in spiritual life, you need this body. So like a vehicle, if you have a car, that car is the instrument for you to go from here to temple. So that is the vehicle. But on the way, if your car breaks down, will it help to fulfill the goal, fulfill your journey? So we need to take care of the car also, so that we can reach temple safely and safe and sound. So same way, this body has been given to us as vehicle, which we need to use, especially this human form of life. So we need to use to best of our ability, and for that we have to say body nourishes the soul, but it is body is a instrument for the soul to continue on its journey. So last time we were discussing, bhakti is not part of this life. This life is part of bhakti. Because bhakti is spread maybe over multiple lives. Right? So this life is awarded to us so we can make progress in our ultimate goal. So how to take care of the body? Two very important aspects. As they grow older, that taking care of the body, some physical activity for the body is also very important. There are many sannyasis in our movement who take special time out of the day to do some physical activity so that they can maintain their body for better service of Krishna, in better service of Krishna. It's not about doing something big for a short time. It is better to do short, little for a long period of time. It is about consistency over a period of time. So rather than getting too fanatic and giving up all these bodily related needs and later on suffering from bodily problems and not able to do your service, so it's better to take care of your body also so we can render some service for Krishna. Vyayamat labhate swasthyam. By doing exercise, one stay healthy. Dhirgha ayusham balam sukham. What else comes with regular exercise? Long duration of life, strength and happiness. Sukham. Arogyam paramam bhagyam. Being healthy, free from any disease is also a blessing. Arogyam paramam bhagyam. Swasthyam sarvartha sadhanam. So that is the most important part of this. Swasthyam sarvartha sadhanam. Being healthy helps you to fulfill all other goals of your life. So व्यायाम से स्वास्थ्य, लंबी आयु, बल और सुख की प्राप्ति होती है. निरोगी होना परम भाग्य है और स्वास्थ्य से अन्य सभी कार्य सिद्ध होते हैं. So if we want to render some service to Krishna, we need to stay healthy. That's why it's important to have some physical activity. Otherwise, as we grow older, our knees start to fail, all the joints start to pain. It's hard to sit straight for long hours. Otherwise, the body starts to fail and we cannot do anything. We cannot lift our own weight. How will you lift something for Krishna? And then you will say, Prabhu, I am too weak. Please excuse me. Let me just sit on chair and you can ask somebody else to do something, some other service. So that's why eating Will you remember these three aspects of eating?
Yeah.
Right quantity.
Why didn't we hear this before taking prasadam?
So Mata is saying you should have told this before prasadam.
Because I got the mithai, so I should have done.
See, yeah, now you are again telling that you are the victim. Somebody gave you, but it is your choice you want to take it or not. You have to see what is good for me. There may be some other people who may have gently refused. No, I cannot eat this. I will take something else. So let's not try to be the victims. Take conscious decisions and choices. So eating habit, being conscious about what we eat, when we eat and how much we eat. So what we eat? Eating Krishna Prasad.
So how do we...
When we eat, so there is a whole Ayurveda which tells us what are the right times to eat. And I briefly mentioned in one of the classes, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But our sanskaras have changed completely. In the breakfast, we eat the flat rice, what we call as the oatmeal or some cereals, corn flakes. So light, something very light. Oh, in the breakfast, in the morning, I will eat something light. And the breakfast or the lunch becomes little heavier and the dinner becomes most heavier. And it should be other way. Our breakfast should be good quantity. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. That's why in the schools also now they are running these campaigns. Right? Making aware all these kids that breakfast is the most important meal. Make sure you eat something in the morning. Otherwise kids have habit of morning, I don't want to eat anything. And they are running the programs for poor kids also, that who cannot have anything to eat, to provide for them. So breakfast is most important, and then the second, lunch should be lighter than breakfast actually, and the dinner should be even minimum. And that is based on Ayurveda. And there was one sage, Bhagabhat. His philosophy was also same way. He described the breakfast should be heavy, lunch should be lighter, and lunch should be light and dinner should be lighter, even lighter. So from there it came the सुबह का नाश्ता राजा की तरह करना चाहिए, दोपहर का खाना राजकुमार की तरह, और रात का खाना भिखारी की तरह. भिखारी की तरह का ये मतलब नहीं है कि मांग मांग के प्रभु जी गिव मी पूरी, गिव मी रसगुल्ला, गिव मी संदेश, एंड टेलिंग देखो मैं भिखारी की तरह खा रहा हूँ, मांग मांग के खा रहा हूँ. So I'm just joking, but there is a message in that. भिखारी की तरह मतलब very little quantity. Now, it's easier said than done. We need to practice, change our practices, redevelop those sanskaras. So if we really want to fulfill the real goal of life, this is what we need to develop these qualities in our life. We need to become determined about these various traits. So remember the resolve and what kind of qualities we discussed. And no matter what, I have to fulfill these goals or these vows. Any encouragement, any particular pastime which can encourage us to fulfill these goals, to stay determined on these particular resolutions. Recently we celebrated Vaman Dwadashi, to give you a hint of Sankalpa. Anything you know about Sankalpa from the pastime of Vaman Dev?
Raja Bali was taking Sankalpa to give 3 feet land to Lord, and while he was taking Sankalpa, I think Shukaracharya disturbed him, or maybe
Very good. So we are going to connect that story with some of these lessons we learned, or some of the traits. So Bali Maharaj, he was the king of the Daityas. So I hope 5 minutes more is okay. So Bali Maharaj, he was the king of the Daityas, and he won over Indra. So he became the king of Swarga. Now all these Devi Devatas, they are tortured and they approach to Lord Vishnu, please help us to reclaim our kingdom. And Lord Vishnu appeared as Vaman Dev, the dwarf Brahmana. And as this small Brahmana boy entered into the arena of Bali Maharaj, so Bali Maharaj is doing a nice yagya. So even though he is the king of Daityas, but Bali Maharaj also have some samskaras. Who is Bali Maharaj? He is the grandson of great devotee Prahlad. Okay, so he is the grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. So Bali Maharaj is doing a nice yagya so that he can gain more pious credit and rule for a long time. And Vaman Dev entered into the arena of Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj saw this beautiful Brahmana boy, very attractive. And in his heart he got this desire, I want to give something to this beautiful Brahmana boy. So he inquired from this Brahmana boy, please ask anything from me. And Brahmana, Vaman Dev, told Bali Maharaj, if you really want to give me something, please make a sankalpa. So that you will not step back. You will fulfill whatever I ask. And Bali Maharaj said, no, I am known for my words. Please ask me anything. I will fulfill all your desire, whatever you ask. And Vaman Dev said, all I want is, if you really want to give me something, just give me 3 footsteps of land based on my measurement. And Bali Maharaj said, you are a small boy. What will be your 3 steps? जब राजा के पास आते हैं, जब किसी बड़े आदमी के पास आते हैं, तो उसके स्टैंडर्ड के हिसाब से मांगना चाहिए, अपने स्टैंडर्ड के हिसाब से नहीं. For example, if a beggar goes to a billionaire and billionaire say, ask me anything, and the beggar who has never seen a 100-rupee note asks the billionaire, please give me 100 rupees. And the billionaire says, मांगा भी तो अपनी औकात के हिसाब से. So Bali Maharaj is telling Vaman Dev, you are asking as per your 3 foot. You ask something based on, you have come to a great king, so ask based on my standard. And Bali Maharaj said, if somebody is not satisfied with what they have gained, then it is useless. One should be satisfied with whatever comes on its own accord. So please just give me 3 footsteps of land based on my foot measurement. And Bali Maharaj said, let that be, I will fulfill your desire. And Vaman Dev said, let's do the Sankalpa. So you do this Sankalpa. Recite the mantra, I'm going to put some water on your hand. So they make you do the Sankalpa. And Shukracharya warned Bali Maharaj. So what is this happening? Power of wrong association. When you make a Sankalpa, somebody want to waver you from that Sankalpa. Oh, don't do this. Why you want to go every week to satsang? Come to our party also sometime. We are having these nice potlucks every week. Come here. We will enjoy. Let's go to a movie. So our determination is anyways weak. And we get influenced by all that. So Shukracharya tried to break the Sankalpa of Bali Maharaj. But Bali Maharaj said, no, even if it is Vishnu, even if this small Brahmana boy is Vishnu, I will give him whatever he wants. So when Shukracharya could not change the mind of Bali Maharaj, he entered into the Kamandalu of Bali Maharaj, of Vaman Dev. So from the Kamandalu you pour the water. So he entered, assumed a small form, entered into the Kamandalu to block that drainage. So Vaman Dev is putting the water, pouring that, tilting the Kamandalu, no water is coming out. Vaman Dev knew this is Shukracharya who is doing his trick. So he took a blade of grass, a small tinaka, and from the eye of that Kamandalu, he put it inside, piercing the eye of Shukracharya. So Bali Maharaj finally did the Sankalpa. And then Vaman Dev started measuring the 3 footstep. So in 1 foot, he measured the whole earth planet. He started expanding him more and more. In 2nd foot, he measured the whole universe. And his foot pierced into the outer covering of the universe. The Karan Sagar water started pouring inside the universe. And that Karan Sagar water which came inside from that hole, that became Ganga. Right? Washing the feet of the Lord, that water which is entering inside, that is what assumed the form of Ganga. So in 2 feet, Lord Vamandev measured everything. The whole earth and the whole universe. And he asked Bali Maharaj, you did the Sankalpa to give me 3 footstep of land. Now tell me, where do I keep my 3rd foot? So did Bali Maharaj said, अभी सब कुछ तो दे दिया आपको, और क्या चाहिए? अभी मैं आ तो रहा हूं, और क्या चाहिए? So Bali Maharaj, he bowed down at the feet of Vamandev and said, if I am not able to fulfill my Sankalpa, please put your feet on my head. So Vamandev was very much pleased with Bali Maharaj and put his foot on Bali Maharaj's head. And this is how Bali Maharaj fulfilled his Sankalpa. So not getting disturbed by what others say, being full determined to fulfill our vow. That is having that willpower. Because Sutal Lok. And there he got opulences better than the opulences of Swargalok. And Lord Vamandev, Lord Vishnu, he himself became as the doorkeeper. He stayed there as the guard, bound by the love of Bali Maharaj, the sacrifice of Bali Maharaj. So if we fulfill our sankalpa, if we act in that way to fulfill our sankalpa, that is what pleases the Lord. Not our broken sankalpas. That today I make the sankalpa, but tomorrow I break the sankalpa. So we need to be determined to keep our sankalpa, our vow. So that's why sankalpa is something bigger than resolution. Sankalpa is something which comes from the deep of the heart, which gives you the driving force to act on that particular vow. So please remember, reverence, attitude of gratitude. Second was eagerness to develop Krishna Prema. Service and sadhana. Overcome your anarthas. Lead your life. You are the in charge of your life. So leave the wrong association. 6. Visiting the holy places. To get the maximum benefit of that. How we can apply those lessons in our life. Because hearing the pastimes of the Lord, it purifies our heart and gives us the inspiration how we need to act in our life. Lord appears not just to entertain us, but to give us inspiration, to attract us towards Him. That is the purpose of Lord's appearance. And sometimes people say, when you talk about them, oh, do you know Mahabharata? Do you know Ramayana? You know what is the journal answer? Yes. I kind of know the storyline. I kind of know the storyline of Mahabharata. I kind of know the storyline of Ramayana. Just knowing the storyline is not what is the purpose of Lord's appearance. So thank you very much. ग्रंथराज भागवतम की जय, आदि काव्य रामायण की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय,
श्री वृंदनाथ प्रभु की जय।